Welcome back to the Two Witnesses Live. I'm your host, Watchful. I wanted to try something new, a different format. So, my goal is to be able to get back to the cadence to where we're producing 2 to 3 videos a day. And given what I'm doing during the day, I don't necessarily have the time to do all the research that I did when I was doing the channel full time. So what I've been doing is working on systems that will that will do the research and put together the scripts so that I can just get on here, record the video, and accomplish what we need to on a daily basis. The goal of this channel is to observe the two witnesses live, hence the name Two Witnesses Live. And as you all know, bearing any evidence of two men breathing fire, the current evidence points to the two men who are unkillable right now, who are tormenting the entire world, which is Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So I want to try out a new format to see how you guys like this. So I'm going to do a video. We're going to do this video on Elon Musk. We'll do another one without this introduction on Donald Trump. And then my goal is to do these in the morning and publish them throughout the day. And my objective is to monitor what the witnesses are saying every day, because we're given information in the book of Revelation that the two witnesses will prophesy for 1,260 days. So in my mind, we should be paying attention to what it is that they're prophesying. And prophecy doesn't necessarily mean about talking about the future. We've talked about this before. Prophecy could just mean telling the truth, which you've got Donald Trump with Truth Social and Elon Musk with Twitter, now known as X, two men who are tormenting the world, who are hyper-focused on truth, and they're vocal every single day. So the format that I want to try is kind of like a news update, like 8 to 15 minutes news update twice a day on each of these gentlemen. So we're going to try this out. I'm looking for genuine opinions in the comments on if you guys like this or not. If you like it, let me know, and we'll try and get this into a regular cadence so that we can get this information out on a regular basis. We can get the biblical perspective on these gentlemen. And I don't know. Here's the thing: is I don't know how much I want to keep bringing it to. I want to focus on what it is that they're saying. So this may not come across in the way that you are expecting initially. It's just intended to be an observation on what they're doing and saying. Does that make sense? So this will be an interesting format. Again, looking for genuine feedback on if you guys like this or not. So here we go. So this is segment number 1. Hey everyone, welcome to your daily Elon Musk update for July 25th, 2025. If you're a fan of innovation, space adventures, and a dash of high-stakes drama, you're in the right place. Today, we're covering the whirlwind, that is Elon Musk's world, over the past 24 hours, from his latest X posts that have everyone buzzing about Starship and Starlink, to some subtle shifts in his company focus, and even a few noteworthy mentions in the news that hint at where things might be headed next. It's been a relatively quiet day compared to some of Elon's more explosive weeks, but there's still plenty to unpack, especially with his eyes firmly back on pushing the boundaries of tech and space. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into it. Let's start with Elon's activity on X, where he's been keeping things focused and forward-looking, steering clear of the political fireworks we've seen in recent months. Yesterday morning, things kicked off with a heads up about a Starlink network outage that had users scratching their heads. Elon jumped in to acknowledge the issue directly, explaining that the team was actively working on a fix and appreciating everyone's patience while they got it sorted. It sounds like the outage lasted a few hours, but by the afternoon, reports suggested it was largely resolved, which is a relief for millions relying on Starlink for connectivity, especially in remote spots. This came right on the heels of some competitive moves in the satellite space, like T-Mobile's recent satellite service rollout. So it's no surprise Elon was quick to address it and keep the momentum going. As the day progressed into the afternoon, Elon shifted gears to something a lot more exciting for space enthusiasts. He announced plans for a live technical update on Starship. He teased that it'll happen shortly before the next flight, diving deep into the progress so far, engineering tweaks, production timelines, and launch strategies. Fans are already hyped, speculating it could cover everything from the latest booster tests to how they're ramping up for more ambitious missions. It's classic Elon. Transparent, detailed, and aimed at rallying the community around the dream of making humanity multiplanetary. Later in the evening, there were a few interactions where he engaged with posts about his companies, like replying to queries on Tesla's AI advancements and Neuralink's ongoing trials, but nothing too lengthy. It felt like he was in work mode, prioritizing updates that highlighted innovation over chit chat. Wrapping up the day, Elon reposted a couple of renders showing the Cape Canaveral Starship pad looking sleeker than ever, which sparked a wave of excitement in replies. People were asking why another deep dive now, and it seems like so much rapid development. It's the perfect time to loop everyone in. Overall, his X feed yesterday was more subdued than usual. No big controversies or bold claims, just steady business as usual vibes that suggest he's doubling down on his core passions. If you're following along, it was a refreshing shift, reminding us why we tune in for those glimpses into the future he's building. Moving on to the companies, let's break it down one by one. Starting with SpaceX, where things are heating up as always. Yesterday saw the Starlink hiccup we mentioned, but the team bounced back fast, implementing solutions to get the network stable again. It's a testament to how SpaceX handles real-time challenges, especially with their satellite constellation growing by the day. On the Starship front, Elon's tease about the upcoming live update points to major strides. Think refined engine designs and faster turnaround times for launches. No massive announcements dropped in the last 24 hours, but the buzz around the next flight suggests they're on track for another milestone soon, keeping the US at the forefront of space exploration. For Tesla, it was a quieter day with no fresh press releases or big reveals from their site. That said, Elon did touch on their AI efforts in a couple of X replies, hinting at how they're pushing boundaries in autonomy and robotaxis. Investors are still riding the wave from recent earnings, but yesterday's focus seemed more on behind the scenes work like optimizing production and integrating more AI into their vehicles. If anything, it feels like Tesla is in steady grind mode, building towards those cheaper models Elon has promised to shake up the EV market. Over at XAI, things were minimal in terms of new drops. Their site didn't roll out any fresh announcements today, but echoes from their recent Grok for Government launch are still rippling through. That suite of AI tools for US government users announced earlier this month is gaining traction, and Elon's occasional X nods to AI convergence with space tech hint that XAI might be collaborating more closely with his other ventures. No specifics in the past day, but it's clear XAI is positioning itself as a key player in frontier AI, especially with potential ties to SpaceX investments rumored in recent reports. Neuralink kept a low profile too, with no new blog posts or updates on their site. However, Elon has been consistent in highlighting their human trials, and yesterday's X interactions included a quick shout out to how brain tech is advancing. They're still in the early stages of helping patients with neurological issues, but the progress there continues quietly away from the headlines. And finally, the Boring Company didn't make waves yesterday either. No new tunnel deals or project unveils on their end. Their site remains focused on ongoing urban transport solutions like loop systems, but it seems like they're in execution mode rather than announcement mode right now. All in all, across Elon's empire, the last 24 hours felt like a pivot back to core operations, fixing issues, teasing innovations, and laying groundwork without the fanfare. It's a smart move after some turbulent times, and it positions these companies to thrive as Elon has always envisioned. Now, shifting to the broader news and mentions swirling around Elon, it's been an interesting mix with some political undertones, but mostly positive vibes on his business focus. One big story making rounds yesterday was President Trump's comments during a press briefing, where he emphasized that he wants Elon and his companies to thrive, even after suggesting the Department of Government Efficiency, known as Doge, might look into the subsidies for Tesla and SpaceX. This comes amid their ongoing public spat over tax policies and spending bills. But Trump's tone was conciliatory, saying he doesn't plan to pull support and appreciates Elon's contributions to American innovation. It's a slight thaw in what has been a fiery back and forth, with Elon previously threatening to form a new political party after clashing with Trump on economic issues. On the tech side, the Starlink outage grabbed headlines, especially since it hit just a day after T-Mobile's satellite service expansion. Media outlets like CNBC noted how it underscored the competitive landscape in satellite internet, with Elon assuring a quick resolution that seemed to deliver. There were also whispers and reports about Elon's father, Elon Musk, scouting locations in Bosnia for a research institute on gravity and longevity. But that's more family sidebar than direct Elon news. Social media mentions painted a picture of Elon refocusing on his business, with users praising his shift away from politics. Posts highlighted his past impacts, like protecting free speech on X, advancing Neuralink trials, and expanding Tesla's robotaxi fleet, while speculating that his back to basics approach is good for America and his companies. Some even shared videos of Elon doing hands-on work like carrying sinks during the Twitter acquisition, calling him a real man for his dedication. A few critical voices popped up, questioning if he's unhinged or under pressure, but the overall sentiment leaned positive, with excitement building for that Starship update. Cross-referencing with any potential press release or events, there weren't major ones surfacing yesterday. No interviews or big events on the calendar, but reports from outlets like Reuters and AP echo that Trump-Musk dynamic, noting how their alliance has cooled, but it isn't fully broken, with Elon's company still in the line for federal support. It's fascinating to watch this play out, as it could impact everything from SpaceX contracts to Tesla's growth. And that's a wrap on today's update. From Starlink's quick recovery to the anticipation around Starship, Elon Musk continues to keep us on our toes, proving why he's one of the most captivating figures in tech and beyond. And the last 24 hours, if the last 24 hours are any indication, he's laser focused on innovation. And that's exactly what the world needs right now. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button if you're as excited about the next Starship flight as I am. Subscribe for more daily dives and drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your take on Elon stepping back from politics? See you tomorrow for the next chapter in the epic saga. Stay curious, everyone.